Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What a game we've just seen between these two sides in the boys section. 5-4. Some quality hockey, quality goals being scored, and some really good goalkeeping as well. The game had everything. Hoping for more of the same here in the girls match. It is, of course, the Rebels up against the Royals. Rebels playing from right. Coming off quite a tough loss yesterday. Conceded quite a few goals. Expertly stopped there from the Royal skipper, who is Georgia Kruger out of Fairmont. They had a good game yesterday, did the Royals. One of the key players, Georgia Kruger, and certainly leads by example. On the other side there, just to the left of your screens for the Rebels, Jamie Gall, of course, in that centre mid position, the SA under 16A player. Took a couple of hard knocks yesterday on the field. Certainly in the thick of things. Got a bit frustrated yesterday with some of the calls not going away, but today is a new day and the Rebels will be looking for a much better performance. It's well worked and some lovely skill from the Rebels, looking for the flick to goal when perhaps the pass would have been the better option. And now the Royals can counter. Some good speed being shown there from Ella Flaquet. Out of Herschel, who we saw at the St Andrews under 16 goals tournament earlier this year. They have a very strong under 16 side, do the goals from Herschel, and well represented in the Royals team as well. 5 goals from that school in this side. It's well worked from Gall, and we see some good interplay here from the Rebels, who were struggling to get the passes going yesterday, but started much better on the ball. Now almost looks like a bit of a chip and chase there, looking like Feinberg and Zulu yesterday. Puts aside under pressure. There does Olivia Payne, the left half, who did some good work initially, and now unfortunately she's considered the penalty corner onto her foot. You see Olivia Payne, she will be in the defensive corner. Sarah Dubisson as well. Jessica Pavitt there in goal, who was very busy yesterday. It's under 16B player, but really played well. He will go to Georgia Kruger. Kruger! I think the infringement came from the stop there of Shluma Baba, who looked lively in the first half yesterday, but had a bit of a quiet second half. Well read her bike again goes Ella Flaque. Some good speed down that left-hand side. Once she gets going, Payne once again showing that good skill and work. And it will be their ball as the deflect off the Royals player. Olivia Payne now. Kruger seeming to retreat rather than try and box him in that corner. Lily van Black. As we see the back four of the Royals all getting a touch. They do move that ball quite well. Goal and Kendra Matthijssen there in the midfield. Two of the players who want to get on it as much as possible, and here is Matthijssen who plays a good ball in. Also had a decent game yesterday, did Kendra Matthijssen from Pinelands, Western Province under 16B player. It's a good lead and good pass to get past the first line in the press from the Rebels. Risky pass, but the Rebels weren't close enough to try and nick that one away off the step. And so the Royals can recycle. Good work being done on that right-hand side. From Georgia Nicklin, who gets it back and looking for an avenue. Good work there in the midfield from Danya Horn, who also had a good game yesterday for the Royals. Here she is again, the center link, but that is dangerous play. He's probably just trying to lift that one slightly off the ground, but ended up getting under it, too much bottom hand, and it is dangerous play. It's well worked again. Really hard. Good off the outlets are Rebels, and it will be Jamie Call. Looking for Lily Smuts. And it's some really good interplay here. Matthijssen looking to get the one back, and she does. Matthijssen, no one on that far post. There's Josephine Latham there, the left forward, who was closest to it, but needed to be on that far stick to tap that one in. Josephine Latham, who played for Province under 14 last year, so still another year for her to play in the CPL under 16 competition. Of Weinberg goes high. It's an excellent pickup. from Olivia Payne. Lucky bounce. And this should be kept in down the right-hand side from Adrian Johnson, but just loses the footing. Johnson out of bottle fillet and also made the ball onto the 16A side. Didn't have many chances yesterday, but the Rebels certainly are looking a lot better today, as we see Gall showing her speed, and once again ends up on the floor. Does attack with such speed and intensity that often does find herself taking a few knocks and on the ground. Good speed shown once again there from Georgia Nicklin, but again that final pass letting her down. Sky Willoughby Williams, who was ever present yesterday, haven't seen too much of her in this game, as you see the tomahawk. Very difficult from that angle for Josephine Latham. That will be the end of the first chukka. High fives from the Royals. And we'll end off that first chukka as we started the game 0-0. We're back very shortly with the second quarter. Back to the action we go. Game is still at a deadlock here between the Royals and the Rebels in the under-16 girls competition. Pretty even game so far. Rebels looking much better than they did yesterday. Taking better care of the ball and moving it around nicely. As we see Jamie Gall again. And but feel a lot of hard yards from her. Always looking to get on the ball and make things happen for her side. Looking for Gall again, but this time the Royals read that one and make the step. You see, looking for Sophie Lashbrook there, the centre back, but it's stolen well. Here's Georgia Kruger, the captain. And good intervention there from Lashbrook. Down your horn. Will be Royals ball. Take it quickly. Kruger looking to get commercial. Made a good connection there, did Georgia Kruger. It's unable to tap the one in. Was Kruma Baba. Front at the moment. As you see that one from Madison Hiscock. Just running out of play, who's replaced Olivia Payne here at the left half. Lovely pass there. Improvisation from Willoughby Williams. Who needs to see more of the ball should the Rebels get themselves in the lead. Good game yesterday from Willoughby Williams. Here she is again. Always has that eye for a pass. And Gore will just look to recycle. And you see the subs getting ready. Only 3 minutes gone. Some players there might not even have touched the ball, and can be very frustrating if you're one of those and you're having to make a sub. The coach is looking for that intensity, looking for the hard yards. Only 12-minute quarters here at the Cape Town Premier League. Now we see the Royal subs also getting ready. At least those in the field have had 4 minutes. Lashbrook just drops the shoulder. Now she's out of position, and there's a centre forward who's wide open, but they'll look to recycle it first here. Looking for the 1-2 in the midfield. But Sophie Lashbrook again manages to get in the way. Matheson off the foot. Sophie Lashbrook, another one of the Herschel goals, but on the side of the Rebels, plays first team at her school. And Lily Jacobs, the other Herschel representative in the Rebels side, so I think 7 in total in this game, if my math is correct. Matheson now in that centre mid position as Gall takes a breather. A well-deserved break after a lot of yards in the heart of that midfield. And that one straight out of play, not getting the angle right on the aerial. That's well one back, and now there could be an opportunity. It's a 4-on-2. Decides to get the foot instead, and it's well worked from Sarah Dubisson from DF Milan World School. Former Western Province under 14A player. It was a strong tackle from Dubisson and gets to the side, the penalty corner. Normally, goal would be off the top, so they might have to improvise now with her being on the bench at the moment. And it is an early break, and fortunate there for the Rebels as the push didn't come off too well, so they will get a second chance here. That one's much better. But just unable to trap that one was Olivia Payne. Matesa now. Looking to connect with Lashbrook, who stayed up from the PC. Has the centre back. No pressure being applied here, and so Matesen can look for that 1-2. Dubuisson looking to get involved again, but it's come off for foot. And here goes Danya Horn. That's a fantastic pass. And now it could be a 2-on-1 situation. Just unable to get that pass off there was Aisha Hendricks. Here goes Flaque again. That trademark left down, or run down the left hand side rather. Here's Hendricks. First time shot. And they still got it. Well defended there in the end from the Rebels. Looked like it was Kira Bottomley there with the initial shot. And here she is again, Bottomley. Dubuisson, some lovely work. That low sense of gravity and good speed. Adrian Johnson finds Gall, who's back on the field, and Johnson gets it back. It's some lovely play here. Dubuisson. Cross come shot there from Sarah Dubuisson. And Mitaya Hiscock there looking to get on the end of it. Just not on the far stick once again. But it was some lovely play down the right hand side between Johnson and Gall, and Dubuisson just looked like a threat throughout. Just unable to find the angles. Both sides have had their chances. Unable to capitalize so far on the final day of the CPL. Here goes Flaque again. Of course, a lot of prizes up for grabs. Likes of the national player of the tournament in each section. Lovely ball played across. Umpire says play on. As well as the Balgatek's top goal scorer and the tower goal of the tournament. Well, thanks to our fantastic sponsors, Nashua Cape Town, Tower World, Balgatek Sport, Bravo Avis Fleet Solutions, and of course the NMI Group. Really developing school sports in South Africa with their support and partnership and driving hockey forward, providing these players with some wonderful opportunities. And that will be the halftime break. Still a stalemate at the moment between the Rebels and the Royals. No goals to report on. Don't get anywhere. We'll be back very shortly with the second half. Back to the action we go in the second half between the Rebels and the Royals in the under 16 goals competition. Pretty evenly matched first half. Some good phases of play from both sides, just unable to convert their chances, as we see Dubuisson, and it will be a penalty corner. The Rebels, who have looked much improved since yesterday, have started even better here in the second half. They've got another penalty corner. They've had at least 3 that I can remember. And this time, Gaul is on the field, along with Nikita Bodenham on that right castle. Instead it goes to the left. Well defended there. Looked like Daniel Horn. I think it was Clark there with that push. Not sure if they were looking for the deflection or if it was a straight shot. And there is Clark once again. As you can see now, the Royals employing that high press once again. Good composure shown there from Matthijssen, who combines with goal once again. Here's Clark. Stern warning there from the umpire for not 5. It was Kwaimani there in the heart of the midfield for the Royals. Out of range goals. Here she is on the ball again. Ball into the 16A player. Much cooler day here in Cape Town. As we see the sun start to creep through. It's been a windy weekend. Today more of the same, but a lot more cloud cover. I'm sure the players won't mind though after a lot of hockey being played. As we see Lashbrook still going. Sophie Lashbrook. She'll look to hit this one across. Lashbrook. Unable to combine with Bodenham there. But again, some warning signs for the Royals. Baba manages to make enough of a nuisance of herself there and get the ball turned over. Olivia Payne back on that left hand side for the Rebels. Looks like it will be a long corner here. Payne on it. Lovely pass to Jamie Gall. Jamie Gall looking to go all the way. She was looking for the penalty corner for deliberate. Stick tackle over the baseline. Umpire said it's just a long corner. Rebels really putting the pressure on the Royals here. It's a lovely pass from Payne to Matthijssen. Not sure if that was the best option, clearing it straight down the middle, and they can go again through Matthijssen. Just not able to connect in the final third. The Rebels doing all the hard work until they get into the circle. And the Royals will be happy to see that one go over the baseline and get a bit of a rest from the pressure of the Rebels. Good work from Georgia Parr. Here goes Gall again, who was looking for the backhand flick. Lily Jacobs on the right hand side. Unable to keep the one in play, Lily Smuts. Of course, these girls will have one more game of their tournament. A bit later on, and we'll see the Royals up against the Raiders. while the Rebels will take on the All-Stars in the final game of the day at 7 p.m. here on the B field. Of course, the big one between the Raiders and the Royals in the boys section. Both teams at the top of the table on 10 points, and could be a title decider. That's at 4 p.m. Lashbrook. Umpire just asking Lee Jacobs to take that one outside, and he can go into the circle directly. Really strong in the heart of the midfield are the Royals through Daniel Horn and Kwaimani, two workhorses who are very strong in the challenge as well. Might not always see the flashy play or the big skill movements, but do such a good job for their side. Good work there from Clark. They come again. Kwaimani. Chance here. Just not getting the body position right and too closed off, and as a result it goes through on that near post side. There were options on that far post for the Royals. Working it a while again are the Rebels, as we see goal with the 1-2. It's a lovely receive from Dubuisson, and our goal goes Jamie Gall. Second bite of the cherry. And she's been threatening the whole game. I think it might be Sarah Dubuisson again. Has looked the most likely to break the deadlock. Opened up for Jamie Gall, who made the keeper work, and off the first time finish, Dubuisson just slots that one in the bottom corner. You've got to say it's really well deserved from the Rebels, who have played so well. As we see Sarah Dubuisson go again. Could go all the way. Dubuisson on the tomahawk. Oh, she's looking for more is Dubuisson, and you can hear the supporters of the Rebels starting to make a lot more noise. Can they get a second one before the third chucker break? Shuma Baba does well. It was a really good ball played there from Charlie Skinstad, just unable to connect. And that will be the end of the third quarter. A goal at the end from Sarah Dubuisson puts the side in the lead going into the last 12 minutes. We'll be back very shortly. Right, the final quarter of this game between the Rebels and the Royals. Rebels deservedly taking the lead in that third quarter through the live wire. Sarah Dubisson and the Royals need to find that answer quite quickly. Haven't had too many clear-cut chances. I'm sure they'll be coming out with a lot more pressure in this final quarter. Loud clatter of the sticks on 2 occasions as both of these sides giving it 100% here on this final day of CPL 7 as we see Dubisson always looking to attack with speed and intensity. One of those players who looks like she runs at the same speed with and without the ball. And those are always the hardest to defend. For Clay on that left hand side in that left back role, but certainly attacks with speed, one of those attacking left halves. Illegally tackled there on Adrian Johnson. He's been combining well with Matthijssen and Gaul throughout this game. Matthijssen losing it as a center link, and so there's a bit of a gap which can be exploited here from the Royals. Georgia Nicklin has looked really good on a number of occasions, but just the final pass letting her down. A good recycling there from her. Matthijssen in a center position at the moment as Gaul has started off, and you would think that it's just to save the legs for the rest of the quarter when she does come on. In fact, it looks like she just moved there to the left hand side. Lily van Black to Kwai Manu. Gives it back to Van Black. And it's well dispossessed again by Sarah Dubisson. We know she's got the wheels. Dubisson. Sarah Dubisson! It was a goal-saving tackle. Stuck to Dubisson to her credit, and as Dubisson was about to pull the trigger, managed to get the stick in the way, get the tackle in, and Dubisson missed the ball, which meant a free hit to the Royals. And how important might that tackle be to keeping the hopes alive of the Royals with 7.5 to go? And as we say that, they're on the attack immediately. It's Skinstad here on the left. Charlie Skinstad still going. And well defended in the end from Adrian Johnson. Kwaimani. Outside the 23, so can go directly into the circle. Kwaimani. Not too many options available and decided to go herself. Looking a bit tired now is Kwaimani. Van Black again combining with a really well plucked out of the air there from Kwaimani, but Jamie Gall gets it back. And here she goes once again with that trademark run and finds herself on the floor. Getting past 3 players. Unfortunately there for Lily Jacobs, made the pass as one of the subs came on for the Royals. But didn't lead to a dangerous situation, and there goes Georgia Nicklin again. Stick tackle and no advantage played. That's a bit wayward. Looking for Lily Van Black, and instead it will go out. Josephine Latham looking to go aerial, but well plucked out. Gets it back though, does Josephine Latham. And it was a fantastic ball across from Latham. Needed to get the dive in on that far post. Wasn't too far away. Could have certainly wrapped up the game there, the Rebels. Skinstad loses out. It's a strong tackle from Lily Smuts. Lashbrook. Play on, says the umpire, Jamie Gall. Blowing that time for the stick shield, and here come the Royals with Flake, who's moved further up the field now. As she did in the first half. This might go through all the way to Kluma Baba. And what a save there from Jessica Pavard. It was very busy yesterday, not as busy today, but when called into action makes a really good save. Just needed a bit of a lift on that ball, Baba. And here goes Dubuisson again, Sarah Dubuisson. Looking for Josephine Latham. Just outside. It's a 2-on-1 situation there. Dubuisson looking for Latham. Defender gets a body in the way. Lashbrook. It's a good hit inside, but off the foot. I think it might have been Nikita Bodenham. Given straight back to the Rebels. Aerial pass not working out. Latham again. Rebels with just over 90 seconds to go. Yeah, they need something special to get back on level peggings here, but Rebels have other ideas and they want to keep them in that corner. Great pick there from Josephine Latham. Here goes Dubuisson again, looking for one more, but it's strong work from the defender. 2 gloves on there. "30 seconds to go. The Rebels have to try and defend this one, and the Royals have to get it up the field. And in fact, that is the game. A much better performance from the Rebels through Sarah Dubuisson, who rebounds the initial save off Jamie Gall. And the Rebels do win this one by 1-0. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Sophie Lashbrook from the Rebels. They've just won 1-0 up against the Royals. Sophie, it was a much better performance versus yesterday. You guys seemed to move the ball a lot better today. What was the chat before the game from the coach?
The chat before was just to up the intensity and kind of have more of a forward mindset, which I think worked really well from like the third choker.
Yeah, you guys certainly did have the better of the chances. Last game up against the All-Stars a bit later. What can we expect?
Hopefully a similar outcome. And yeah, it's our last game, so I think everyone's going to be very hyped. And yeah.
All the best for that one, Sophie. They will be on at 7 o'clock up against the All-Stars. Please do watch that one live. Thank you.
Thanks.
You. Well done.